So, got another problem. Let's check it out. The turn signal quit working. Condensation, and there's this crack that's here. So, let's see what we got. So, they look the same. Now we gotta get this one out of here and put this one in. So what do we got here? Looks like we got a little slide tab here. This light comes with two brand new lights. Looks like we have a nut that probably holds that in there. We got a little push tab there. And then here it looks like we got two screws that would probably go through here. One there and one there. So it looks like that little slide tab would be over here. We'll have two screws that go in from the outside here. There's a little tab that goes into the top and bottom here. So when we take out these two screws, there might be a nut in here. This whole thing should be able to pull straight out. Now, as a disclaimer, I am no professional at this. I am just learning something new, and you're following along. Hopefully you could learn something too. I bought this light from Rock Auto, and the last couple times I bought things from Rock Auto, something was missing. But check this out. Got a magnet. I thought they were done doing magnets, but I finally got a new magnet to add to the collection. Thanks, Rock Auto. I'm just gonna add, Rock Auto is not a sponsor or an affiliate of any kind. Nobody's a sponsor and nobody's affiliate. Everything they do in this channel comes out of my own pocket. Let's get this light out of here. All right, we're gonna start by taking off these two caps right here. I'm gonna try a screwdriver here. Get in that tab and pop them loose. There's a little notch in there. And the notch, I just popped it out. What do we got in there? Looks like a little Torx. So I got a T15. Let me zoom back out here. That turns out pretty easy. And this one is going to more than likely be the same. I can't do this on camera. I'll be back. All right, we got both screws removed with a T15. All right, we're gonna see if we can pry this thing out of here. That was easy. It's not the same type of light. There's a little pull tab or slide tab there. And that's all this is held in by. Is two screws and that little tab on the side. So I'm gonna get this cleaned up and taken out of here. So this is the problem. We got this socket and those sockets. So I've got nothing there, but this one came with a light in here. So I believe what we got here, so looks like I got a regular light socket here. It looks like I've got some kind of LED set up. So here we are, bought the wrong light. It's always something. So I got this light filled with water. I got these Dremel bits, super tiny. I'm gonna drill a hole into this plastic to see if I could drain that water out. So there it is, a little tiny hole right there I just drilled. Look at that. Get that water drained out of there. I'm gonna drill another hole. See if we get that water to run out a little bit quicker. go. I'm going to try and fix it since I got the wrong light. We'll see if I can get it drained out and dried up a little bit. I didn't record it, but what I did, I took the air compressor and I blew the air into the one tiny hole and held it sideways and blew the water out the other tiny hole. There it is. I got all that water to come out. Now I'm going to hook this back up and plug it in. See if it might work. Maybe there's no water in there. It might be fine. I'll just have to seal up them 2 holes in that crack in there. Let's see if it works. Can't see it, so I'm gonna have to come back and review the video. No, not quite as good. It's not working. Kinda works. So you see that fast blinking? It's starting to come back. But when it blinks like that, that means there's a current draw somewhere. So when you get a turn signal that blinks fast like that, it means you got a burnt out light or some type of current malfunction. Well, get that thing dried out a little bit more and we may get it work. Maybe I saved it. That'll get a new light anyway. That's strange. It's trying. The LED doesn't show up good on the video, but it's like strobe lights going back and forth on the flashers. I got this little tiny hole drilled there. There's another one here. There it is. Got this little tiny hole drilled there. And for the heck of it, I drilled this little tiny hole right here. I will, for now, I'll put some caulk on there. Might get some super glue to put along this crack here. But if water does happen to get in, it should hopefully drain out of these little breather holes that I put in here. So there you go, something you've never seen before. Scotch tape. Until I get a new light. That's what it's gonna have to be. I left this one open just in case water does get in there. It'll still drip out. All right, I'm back. The Scotch tape held up and it's keeping the water out, but I got the correct light now. So we're gonna go ahead and get this changed out finally. Yeah. Just put some tape over the crack and over them 2 holes. I left that one open in case any water got in there. Got a little bit of condensation. Doing all right. The light actually works, but here's what we got. So the light that's in this model is a LED light, and it has that plug on it. The other models have 2 separate lights, one for the brake and one for the reverse. So the LED, just one plug. The halogens have 2 separate plugs. So if you're buying something for the 2018 Equinox, you just have to know they look exactly alike until you take them off. But one's a LED and one is the halogen. This car happens to have the LED. So let's get this thing taken off. Pop them 2 tabs off. And that gets to these T15 bolts. So you're gonna need a T15 screwdriver. It's like a little star bit. Now with those 2 screws, this light should just pull right out. Just like that, easy. So now we gotta take this plug off. To get this plug off, you got this little this red tab here. You gotta slide that out to unlock it. And then you're just gonna pull pull that plug right out. Comparison, there's the LED plug, there's the LED plug. So just set this on. Oh, did I ever tell you? I have a rock collection too. I just cleaned these up. These are called thunder eggs. They're only in certain parts of the U.S. I guess what happens with these is lightning hits the sand and it makes these rocks. That's what I'm told. I never really looked into it. And these are just some other geos that I cut open and some other cool rocks. All right, back to the light. I'm just gonna clean this up a little bit because that's just what I do. Pride. Remember my other video I was talking about? People don't have pride in what they do. Always, we take something apart, just clean it up real good. And I got this Meguiar's quick detailer. I'm just gonna spray in there and I'll clean that up all in there really good. And Rock Auto and Meguiar's is not a sponsor or affiliate or any other stuff. I'm not selling you anything. Just having you follow me along, show you things I run into. Back to cleaning. Got this old gold toe sock. This has never been cleaned in there. This is gonna take a little bit of scrubbing. See that? Looks much nicer. Ain't that hard, y'all. Just clean up. Have some pride in your work. You know, I don't think a lot of people do that. Somebody would just come in and take this light out and just snap the new one in. No cleaning, but so there it is clean. Let's get this new light on here. So I'm plugging in this plug. It only goes in one way. You can't put it in upside down or backwards. Just slide that back on. Turn it over. And slide the lock back into place. You're just gonna line up that little plastic piece here and slides into this piece here. So you get that feeling, and there it is. Just locked it in, and then everything else should just snap back into place. One little push. And it looks like a good fit. Now, the one thing different between the GM and this replacement light by TYC is these little tabs. They just pop into that spot. Where on the GM one, they have this little tab that locks into its place there. Got our T15 screws. Gee whiz. No gorilla strength needed here. Just hand tighten it. And then these tabs don't have the little string on there. So you just have to snap them into place. There we have it. Pretty good fit. Let's test it out. A couple nice slabs. All right, back on subject. So just a quick recap. Be sure your Equinox has a LED or the halogen light. That's the difference. And everything fits and looks pretty good. The only thing that's different, there's nothing here, but this aftermarket light has this little dimple that's there. You can see the dimple in the middle of the picture. That's the only thing different. And the little plastic things, they don't have the little string holding them on. They will just, if you pop them off, you'll lose them. So that's that. Here's the part numbers. And that's the part number for the LED version. And this is the part number for the halogen version. Yeah, I know, I call it halogen. Halogen! So thank you for watching this video of my antics of always running into something. If you go back and watch my other videos, you'll always see I run into something. I'm always missing something, or something's not the right part number. But that's why I make these videos, so I know next time not to do it, and maybe you'll pick up something from it too. Thanks for watching. Bye. I gotta figure out how to take this thing apart. Maybe I could fix it.